Yo, hello. What's going on,
Hello.
guys?
Wow, it is surreal to be back.
Dude, it is very, very, very weird to be back here with Kelly. It's
This
so good
time.
to see you.
Yeah.
And you know
Good to
what?
be here.
For the first time in a very, very, very long time, we're in like I can reach out and touch you. I can reach out and touch you. I missed you so much, dude.
Jesus. It's been it was kind of a surreal experience to live through COVID and having to do podcasts virtually,
Yeah.
and through Zoom.
I'm gonna
And
tell you, there was such a massive disconnect. I
there
hated it.
was. I honestly hated it too.
I mean, what are you gonna do though? You have to do things exactly. You just have to change things. I mean, we're human, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just the thing. You have to change things. You have to adapt. But at a certain point, it didn't work for us.
No, it didn't. No.
I mean, it worked. It physically worked. The product was there,
Right.
but it didn't work for
Right.
our vibe.
There is a massive disconnect when you can't have like human interaction. After a while, you're just like, okay, I'm done with this. I miss the way that it was. Let's try to figure that out. Again, we're back over here, Fresco Media Solutions. He has allowed us to use his space. I love it.
He is our
What are you
gracious
laughing at me
host.
about? I said it right, didn't I? You're looking at me as if I said something wrong. I'm just like, oh fuck, spotlight. Hell yeah. So that's where we are right now. We're in this awesome office and we love it. We're gonna boot this back up. We have some awesome guests.
We seriously
next
do.
month
I'm
and a
excited about next week's podcast. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we have something fun.
We do.
Yeah, we have something fun coming.
We have something incredibly interesting. I personally, I would not miss that if I was any of you.
Yeah, you better set your alarms. You
Yep.
better get things ready so that you don't miss that.
And I'm not
going to
lie, it wasn't even my idea. This was actually our guest's idea.
Yeah, it was.
He's gonna get massive credit for that, and I'm like, you know what? That's kind of neat. So yeah, let's do that. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, because I'm being so damn cryptic, next Thursday, don't miss it. Put it on your calendar, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So Sony purchased Bungie.
Yeah, I think in a roundabout way, I think that was kind of their response to the whole Activision Blizzard thing. But what's weird for me is that they decided to allow Bungie to be a subsidiary. They
Right.
purchased them for $3.6 billion. And
Chump change.
Yep, jump change. I'd make that in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're allowing them to be a subsidiary, and all of their games are going to be multi-platform.
Right.
I think the big reason behind Sony purchasing Bungie was the talent. Sony wants to put out more FPS games, more live service, first-person shooters, multiplayer games. So what does Bungie do? They have they're their original creators of Halo.
Now, do you think that was a big old fuck you?
I don't necessarily think so, but I think it was definitely the news was timed right to kind of be like that, because sources say that the Sony Bungie thing was in the works for 5 to 6 months prior to this. So I don't think it was intended. The whole deal was intended to be.
Who was I? I was talking to someone the other day, and they basically were telling me, they're like, "Oh, this was how did they say it? I think it was Carrie. I hope she's not in here listening. She's like, "Oh, they must have purchased them because Microsoft purchased Activision and Blizzard." But the thing is, this stuff doesn't happen overnight.
No.
None of this stuff happens overnight. This is years in the making. There are so many assets that they have to figure out how much things are worth, what's going where, if they're even keeping certain things.
They have to have terms and agreements, things.
Right.
If they disagree upon one big thing, it could just be a deal breaker.
Yeah. And I really think that if Sony knew that Microsoft was going to announce or even had this purchase in the books, I actually think that they would have talked about it sooner.
I think so too. Yeah. I think they would have talked about it sooner, but I think the reason they announced it when they did, they probably had the deal like already confirmed, but were waiting to announce it whenever. But I think they kind of forced their announcement on the heels of the Microsoft Activision Blizzard thing.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, we got this thing too, because Microsoft's just going around buying pretty much everything they can right now.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed that a little bit on the last sort of podcast that we had towards the last 30 minutes of the hour and 45 minutes.
It's a touchy subject because either you think they're trying to become monopolistic, or it's.
I don't think they're trying to be like a monopoly type thing. I just think they're trying to be more aggressive as far as software goes.
Yeah.
You can
software and IP, because IP drives Game Pass.
Right.
Obviously, and if you think about how much IP Activision and Blizzard has, that's like 8-10 studios right there, full of IP, that they can put on their Game Pass on PC and Xbox.
You can only get so much. Like, hardware only gets you so far, right? I mean, you have
hardware has
2 systems right now.
Hardware has limitations,
right? You have 2 systems right now that are actually pretty phenomenal. They're both are very, very good systems. However, they're going to sit here for what, 10 years? That's kind of the shelf life of a new console.
About 10 years, give or take.
After that, it's just software. It's all just software. So if you have all of the major, like completely 100%, like all the major developers, you can crush your opponent because all they have is hardware at that point. Or you're sticking a console with literally just indie games. Now, that sounds great to me because I love indie games.
But other people, that might be a deal breaker.
It might be a deal breaker. Right, exactly. They'd be a monopoly. You said... Did you meant to say monopoly? It's just one of those things. I don't even think it's a monopoly.
Oligopoly.
I mean, I don't think it's a monopoly.
No, I don't think it's intended to be that way, but apparently someone else thinks so, because just as of recently, the FTC, the Fair Trade Commission, is investigating Microsoft, Activision, and Blizzard's deal to see if it's something that hurts the consumer.
Right.
And we had sort of a brief conversation about this at dinner, about exclusives, saying that exclusives actually sort of do hurt the consumer.
And it's weird that the Justice Department is actually going to be handling the investigation, which is what I'm seeing on, let's see, PCGamer.com.
Yeah, that would be correct.
It seems really weird that, so the Biden administration has promised to toughen up its policies of such deals. And this is quoted right from PC Gamer. If you believe them or not, that's fine. I know. I actually know someone that does not go to them ever.
They're a source.
They're a source, yeah. They issued a joint statement with the Justice Department, noting concern at the increased concentration of industries alongside an increase in merger filings in 2020 and 2021. Okay? Yeah. So it's not that they're doing anything wrong. They're just making sure the acquisition is correct.
Yes, they're just making sure the intentions are right behind the acquisition, rather than, what many people out there are assuming.
I believe they don't want, what I'm seeing from this is they don't want huge companies going in and just purchasing all of these smaller companies for the wrong reasons, maybe, I guess. He says, I can't even say that word.
Oligopoly. Yeah.
It's where few companies own majority of the market, so prices will stay the same, and they compete by marketing and advertising versus lower prices. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yes. I did not recognize the word, but the description of the word,
I can see that to an extent, yeah.
Right. I mean, it does. I mean, I'm not going to go into a lot of the politics on anything. However, there have been people in the past, and I'll tell you straight up, no, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about people like 15, 20
Yeah.
years ago that would purchase smaller companies just to destroy them, just to like liquidate all their assets and just
Then take
boom,
them for
gone.
them. Yeah.
You know, just
Take the money and run.
right. Took
Yeah.
the money and run for their bigger company to kind of exceed whatever. And that's happening. And honestly, if there's nobody pushing back on this stuff, they're just going to keep doing it. I don't think it's terrible that Microsoft purchased them. I don't think it's terrible that Sony has purchased Bungie. It's just, it still has to be correct and it has to be good for the consumer.
The intentions have to be
The
correct.
intentions.
The consumer, not consumer practices, but it just has to be right for the consumer,
Even
But
for the
what the-
industry.
for the
Not
industry.
just the consumer themselves,
Yeah.
but the industry. So, I mean, cool. We're going to get some dope games out of this, though. I'm not that worried about it, honestly. I'm
And
really not.
honestly,
I think it's gonna be
Activision
awesome.
isn't going to be pumping out a Call of Duty every year now because Microsoft basically told them, like, hey, we
Can
want
I just tell you
quality.
right now? I'm very happy about that because I'm so tired of seeing Call
Yeah.
of Duty every year.
Yeah, me too,
I'm
buddy.
so tired of it.
Me too.
I'm being looked at. He's like, you motherfucker, I will come over there. No, dude, I'm tired of it. It's so much.
Cookie cutter. It is cookie cutter.
But here's
Just-
what I don't like, though. And this actually, I don't know, maybe there's a double-edged sword going on here. I don't like when companies make these games and then they stretch them for so damn long because
They
in
get stale.
It gets stale, but it also, I think, hurts the developers, right?
Hurts the developers. It hurts the creativity.
Do you want to come say something? He's over here like, it's a double-edged sword, right? It does, but things just get so incredibly like you stretch it out so much, you're over it, and then by the time the next one comes out, there's already been 3 or 4 things that are gonna probably destroy what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Nobody can hear you. So next time you gotta turn that one on right there, right on the top. Push it towards you.
You guys don't anything I have.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just because Dave and I don't really come from a competitive gaming background
Okay, so
either. So
I'm deep in there.
trust me, we know.
I'm so deep in there.
yeah. So it's one of those things. You know what? You're right. Okay. I get it. Okay. Let's
We've got perspective.
let me backpedal on this for a second because you're right. I'm not you and I we don't do competitive. So
No.
is there another game that you can do on that? And you might come back on this on me. This I'm gonna get fucking attacked. This room is way too small right now. I don't have a baseball bat. Oh boy.
I got 2
Listen to me.
fists and I'm ready to use them.
You know I
I'll
love
whip
you, buddy,
it out.
right?
I'll whip it out on camera
You know I love you, buddy.
and smack him right in the face.
There's a child in here. You will be put on a list. Okay, listen. This Gran Turismo stuff.
No, but hey,
This
I know
Gran
where
Turismo
you're
stuff,
I know where you're going with it.
It's literally it's the same game. Let's take Madden, Gran Turismo. I'm not going to put Horizon. No, I am going to put Horizon in there too. This is very cookie cutter stuff. Let's take my favorite game too, Far Cry. Okay,
Insanely cookie cutter.
if
yeah.
you come out with games so fast, it's okay. There is too fast, but there's also too long.
Yep.
So you take games and you stretch them out until you have maybe 500 people playing instead of 5 million people playing. Then we're over it. Other things come out, and then the next one come out. You're like, oh, okay, but
It still caters to a core demographic
It does.
where you're always gonna have new people that come in, and that's great in the beginning because in most cases, when it comes to shooters, when it comes to fighting games, when it comes to RTSs or
Right.
maybe even MOBAs and stuff like that, they are essentially always going to be a flavor of the month because there's only it's so niche that it's only going to capture so many new people, and then it's only going to keep those new people captivated for so long, depending on if they cross over
Right.
to, you know, being a core player,
Right.
then they're going to be invested in it.
And I definitely understand that. I really do. There's a limit to how short of amount of time before things can come out, and also a limit to if it's too long. You know what I mean? If it's too long, I feel like people just kind of get
Lose
over
interest.
It. Like for instance, let's take one of my favorite games. For instance, you had Far Cry 4 come out. Was it 3 or 4? I think it's 4. And then immediately after, you had Primal come out. Nobody gave a fuck about Primal. It literally came out less than like 6 months after 4. It got buried. Then nobody played it. Very small amount of people played it, and then they were over it.
It was basically Ubisoft trying to milk the cash cow, you know?
Yeah, but that was quick. They could have waited.
Yeah.
They could have waited a little bit longer. And also with Far Cry 5 coming out, and then all of a sudden you have New Dawn. It was too quick. It was just felt too quick. You know what I mean? And maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't too quick. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my asshole. This happens.
Definitely, you're not wrong about that, because I always felt that way about the Assassin's Creed games too, until they started breaking up their release of how far they would plan those in advance and what years they would release them.
Right.
Like, you know.
So all I'm saying, so I don't get yelled at, is I think sometimes Call of Duties come out quick. Sometimes they don't, though. But sometimes they feel like they come out.
I feel
quick.
like they need, and I think this is where Microsoft will actually help them with this. I feel like they need more time to actually get things right and get something for everyone, you know, and not just those competitive people that want to play only online.
I have a very interesting topic to talk to you guys about too, and Will can join us if he wants to. If not, if you have anything to say about it. First thing I want to do real quick is say hello to the people that have liked and shared the page. We really appreciate that, guys.
Absolutely.
Ethan Vos, thank you very much for liking and sharing the page. As always, he's always there for us. We really appreciate that, buddy. Richard Thurlow, thank you very much for liking and sharing the page. Zaftman, what's up? Thank you very much, man.
Mr. Soul.
Christopher, thank you very much. Matthew, as always, thank you so much, and Matthew Evans. Okay, I have to talk to you guys about something a little interesting that I had a conversation with one of my friends about. Is there a point in gaming where, like, okay, I'll just get right into it, what I'm talking about. Let's take Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk used Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
Okay? Do we think that celebrities in games like this ruin the gameplay experience?
It depends on the game, and it depends on what they're trying to achieve, and it also depends on if they're trying to use the star power to attract a broader audience.
Right.
And if the gameplay is there, then maybe it won't necessarily matter that there's a celebrity in the game. And
Keanu Reeves was in that game, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so then you also had Far Cry 6 with Giancarlo Esposito being
and he was an excellent villain too. He was
Make sure
an
you bring
amazing
that mic
villain.
up to your face.
Yeah. But, you know, when it comes to him, that guy, I hope he gets his flowers.
Okay, so
every
he
time.
is
Yeah,
he
no,
is
yeah, he
awesome.
does.
However, here's my take on this. Okay, if you base a game around a celebrity, like this is made for you, it's written for you, the script is for you, everything, that's great. Okay, but what happens when a celebrity comes in too late? Okay, what if the celebrity comes in late and then they write them into the script?
As marketing material, basically.
Right. That's
And
exactly
you know what
it
that is? You know what that is? It's the same thing with a YouTube video. That's all viewer retention right there. It's to basically keep people's attention, because you're not going to just play a game, or you're not just going to watch a video in the beginning and see the main point in the very beginning. Sometimes you will see like a short clip of something that's exciting and teases you.
Yeah.
And then you'll watch all the way through to get to that point, or you might click through.
Right. So
With a video game, you can't really do that.
right.
No, you
So,
kind of have to
Ethan Vos
embrace
comes
the
in and
whole
says-
thing to get the entire experience.
Ethan Vos comes in and says, "Isn't star power in a lot of games like Kevin Spacey and COD? Every sports game has star power."
Kevin.
Okay, so
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that did happen, didn't
Yeah,
that?
it did.
Holy shit. Kevin Spacey was all over everything at one point. House of Cards.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Holy shit. That's right.
yeah,
It seems
about
like
that.
it was a while ago now.
women
so I
that he
kinda
shouldn't
forget.
have been. Anyway,
Oh my god.
I mean, R. Kelly was all over everything at one point in time as well, too.
Including his
You know?
pee.
oh boy.
That's another subject.
So unfortunately,
for another
that just
time,
happened.
but-
Okay, listen. Here's what I'm saying. Okay, here's the question. Here's the question for you guys and our viewers. This and that. Do you think it makes any sense to have celebrities in games? Do you think it ruins the experience? And do you think, personally, I think this too. Do you think they spend too much money getting these celebrities that they could have spent on making the game actually play well? They had so many problems with Cyberpunk. What would have happened if they did not have Keanu Reeves in it and still made the game?
Okay.
Do we care about that
So-
stuff?
I don't think anybody cared about Keanu Reeves.
No,
being
I don't-
in the
I
game.
don't
I
think
think
so.
everybody.
That's kinda what I'm
think
saying.
I think major corporations, specifically Sony, said, "Hey, this game sucks. It's not fucking functional. We don't want it on
Make
our
it better
marketplace.
before we
We
put
don't
it
want
back
it on our
platform."
marketplace."
Yeah.
Exactly. Get
Right.
the fuck out of here.
Right.
That kills the game.
They didn't take
See,
a
that's
look.
what I think.
They
So-
didn't take a look at Keanu Reeves and say, "Well, you have him in our game in the game, so we'll keep you on the
Oh,
platform."
Keanu! Nobody's playing favoritism.
No,
with
no one's
with
playing-
celebrities.
They looked
Right.
at that game.
They're
at the
people
time.
too. They're not gods. But
Yeah.
they're people too.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? If you're
granted,
backed by a shitty product, and that's the thing, you
Yeah.
have to be mindful of what you are attaching your name to.
You do.
Someone like
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, where he has a lot of popularity, but look at Keanu Reeves throughout the years. Look at how many movies he's probably done that would either be considered B-list movies. You know what I'm saying? If we were talking like Nicolas Cage,
All of
you know,
them.
like how many bad things has Nicolas Cage attached his name to? You have to be very mindful
Yeah,
of what you
yeah.
attach your name to.
Correct.
and that's
Okay.
why you don't see Keanu Reeves in a bunch
So,
of different movies.
Let me tell you how some of the viewers are reacting to this. Okay.
Mhm.
Matthew says, "I wouldn't play a game if a celebrity was in it. I like Robert Downey Jr., but I'm not going to rush out to buy a game just because he's in it."
Yep.
Chris says, "I don't buy a game because of celebrity unless it's cheap. Unless celebrity's in it. Unless it's cheap."
Well,
I get that.
It's
Your game
not a sales
sucks,
point.
but is Tom Cruise in it? Polished a turd. It's still a turd. Yeah,
Tom
exactly.
Cruise and the Church of Scientology.
I only want to see Tom
Gamers
Cruise in
don't
something if he's
care.
running from
Gamers,
anything. Yeah.
Gamers do not care if there are celebrities in it. We don't care. We just want the game. We can handle new.
See,
new
now for me, I don't care about
characters.
celebrities. I care about the acting, the voice acting, the gameplay, and like all of those aspects.
Here's a great point about video games. Video games have created their own celebrity.
Right.
So we
They
don't
have.
need.
They have. Look at all of
There's
the
no
fucking.
need for a crossover.
Look at
Right.
all of the English voice actors of a series
I'm
like
gonna change
Persona.
this so it's on you also.
You even want to be seen. That looks so bad. Ugh.
That's okay. It's back at Kelly now. You're good.
Don't
worry
look
about
at game series, especially like Persona 5, beloved JRPG by many, including me. Like the voice actors are so beloved in that series that they've become celebrities because of it, because of their talent.
Right.
So like, because a celebrity in a game is in a game doesn't mean that it's going to be A, good, or B, doesn't mean that it's going to be not good.
Right.
It's based on the talent and what they do with the game.
Let me tell you why I'm going to this, okay? Why I started talking about celebrities in video games. There is a reason. This is new news. It's not new news. It's people know if they follow gaming. Rosario Dawson is in Dying Light 2. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Very
Interesting.
She is
When's the last time we've seen Rosario Dawson? Was it like?
Rent.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
you had
played
Sin
Mimi.
City. Wait, you had Sin City 2, Then you also had 7 pounds.
Because she's so hot.
And then wasn't she in another superhero? I mean, a superhero movie?
I don't
Might have
know.
been. I can't
After that?
remember.
Okay, so here. Okay,
I did not know that. And you
She's
just
playing.
actually kind of made me happy there.
Lawin in Dying Light 2. So
It makes me more excited for
the
tomorrow
reason
if my game shows up.
yeah, I mean, yeah, snowstorms. What happens?
Yeah.
I think I'm hoping it'll be fine. However,
Oh,
I'm always
Chris
worried.
Chris says she plays live action Ahsoka in Star Wars.
Wars.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
No, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Video game don't need real celebrities. They have their own Mario, Sonic, Mega Man, Pikachu, Master Chief, even Commander Shepard. This is true.
Yeah.
I don't think gamers need or care about celebrities. Yeah, we get some pretty decent memes out of them, whatever. But in all honesty, it's just
we do.
it doesn't. We don't need it. So
It's not
I am
completely
worried-
necessary.
I am just worried. I'm worried that this is going to be a cyberpunk thing all over again, where it's a possibility that they spend so much money on these celebrities, so much money on marketing, all that stuff,
And not paid enough attention
and
to the
not
game
paid
itself.
enough attention to the game. You know what I don't remember. I'm not quoting any specific thing. Someone told me that somebody else said, and this is a third-party thing, that if you're going to purchase this game, wait to play it until a day one patch. Now, unfortunately, in the past 10 years, maybe longer, maybe just 10 years, that's been a part of our life. Day one patches, it's been a part of our life.
You know how long I've been playing games before they came out? I've been playing games like maybe anywhere from like a week to 2 weeks before they come out. And
Getting that early access life.
sometimes it's I wouldn't say it's demoralizing, but you could be really good at like a game or patch
Right.
before release, and then you get that day one patch. You might discover some shit that might either one break the game or
they
put
nerf,
you in a place
Fighting games
way
are
over.
Fighting games are
Or they
big
nerf-
believe,
or they
believe
nerf-
me.
Yeah.
they nerf
Listen, man.
weapons, like
We-
really bad
Nerf
nerf
weapons.
We
weapons.
get that. We
Nerf
get that. We get
characters.
that. We get that little. You go over the, Canal Street out in Chinatown or whatever. You go over the the mom and pop joints over there, and they sell games over there for a little bit above retail or whatever.
Right.
But you get it. They could break street dates
Right.
like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
You play, and you play, and you play, and you play, and you find something fucking crazy that.
Right.
Then boom, day one the game comes out, and then you're stuck being a normie, basically.
That's right.
You
You
go
have
back
to
to being
get-
a normie.
You have to get good again.
Yo, Brandon, hold on just a sec. Yo, Brandon says, you see the feds are looking at Microsoft Blizzard purchase. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. It's not really as bad as it sounds.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
It's really
It's
not.
keeping it fair.
It's keeping it fair.
It's
and
making sure the
not
intentions are there.
It's also to not create a monopolization.
Yeah. Also, just to answer your other question, Chris Wiley, yes, like Kevin Spacey and COD. And then Brandon said, "Who is that?" That's Will. That's my friend Will. Fresco Media Solutions. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
We are in his office right now.
He's
That's
hanging
where
out
we
with
are.
us. We've kind of roped him into into this.
Man, y'all ain't wrote me into nothing, man. I said, hey, listen, you guys want to flourish? Come on down.
Well, he didn't-
Set up
he
the
didn't-
fucking
He didn't
podcast.
rope us into the building, but we roped him into the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm in the podcast. I'm here.
So I really, really hope, like I said, I really hope that this comes out and is awesome. I hope that the gameplay isn't noticeably terrible at first, so it doesn't turn people off. I don't want a No Man's Sky slash cyberpunk situation all over again. However,
I don't think it's
this
going
is
to
a
be
very ambitious,
at that
very
extent.
ambitious project. So it could be, but
be.
I think a lot of people right now, if you pre-ordered it, I think you can play it now.
It's
At 7
it's able
on
to
digital only.
What game?
it's
Dying Light.
Dying Light. No,
Dying
it's
Light, no?
it's preload right now.
Oh, it's
but
just preload.
preload. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
So
shutting you down on that.
right. Shut me down.
Yeah. Okay. You could preload the game.
Yeah,
Imagine this like years and years ago. Nobody give a fuck about preload.
No.
We want to be online. We want to be on the line at GameStop at 12 p.m.
Dude.
right when the fucking
For
game
real.
is
I
about to
miss
come out.
that.
Man, yo, that
I
was
do
so.
too.
Those were such great times because you got the opportunity to meet people that were just like you.
That, and you got to be there with your friends, and you and your friends could make other
Bullshitting,
friends.
doing
Yep.
whatever it is.
Making new friends.
Get your
Yeah.
game. I remember the very last couple of times that I've ever actually really did anything like that, and I was working at Best Buy and GameStop around those times, and it was just like, man, I'm happy to see, even though I'm working these things, I'm
You're happy
happy
to
to
be
see
there.
people.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see people come out to these things, and just it's just kind of some kind of unwritten joy that you
Right.
just get because you're so happy that gaming has come this far. When I was younger, it was almost like, we had enjoyed Blockbuster
Oh, I love
on
Blockbuster.
Friday nights, going into Blockbuster, picking out our games
When I
and
was
everything
younger,
like
it was
that.
when I was younger, it was Nash's video store in Howland.
Well, it was
whichever way you had that, there was always that something that you looked forward to
Right.
when a game released, and you were just like, man,
Evidently, you can change. There's a trick changing to New Zealand time to play it early.
What? That's
VPN,
hilarious.
Well, VPNs.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
just
There are tricks.
nowadays it's just, I think we just buy off a lot of that nostalgia now.
And Brandon, yes, he does play. He absolutely does play.
And Brandon,
plays?
to
he asked
answer,
if you played games too.
answer your other
I
question.
don't play games anymore. I'm too fucking busy to play games.
Yeah, right, dude.
When's the last time I played Halo?
Well,
I haven't
okay,
played Halo in like weeks.
dude. For the first month I was in here with you, it was just like I got to get back and play Halo. I got to get back and play Halo.
I gotta get back to playing Halo, but it's just like now it's just like, man, work overload. You own a business. Tell you everybody this. You think you're gonna not, think you're not gonna get it. But then you start working your own hours, and you realize, oh, I gotta put it. Work that actual 9 to 5.
Right.
And that happens.
Kelly, Brandon would like to know if you've super trimmed your beard.
I haven't. It's just my shirt that's kind of like blending in with the rest of it.
It's still there, I promise.
It's still there.
He's got a nice healthy beard.
I promise you, my healthy beard is still here.
Yep.
It just is not as visible as you would like it to be.
That's right.
I assume.
That's right. So if you are watching this right now, listening in, tomorrow is Dying Light 2. We're very, very excited about it. We have it pre-ordered. However, there is a
questionable.
massive snowstorm that's happening. I think it's starting tonight.
At 7, it was reported. It's past 7 now, but at 7, it was reported that it was supposed to change to snow.
Yeah.
But
So there's a really good possibility we might not get our version tomorrow. I really, really hope we do. But if we don't,
I'm gonna keep my
do want
driveway
the-
snow blowed
Are
for
you
the
guys
person.
getting Dying Light too?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
pre-ordered for a month.
I feel like maybe I should play it.
It's 4-player
But
co-op,
then
man.
it's just like, then I should ask somebody in the chat, if somebody's like game therapist or something, how do I get my family into enjoying games that I like? It's just-
Actually, it's funny you say
Dude,
that
it's
because
fucking
I am
difficult
also.
because I can't even do that.
I want to know, yeah, because all your girlfriend wants to play is
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
all they play is, look, Melina's over there probably playing Minecraft.
Are you playing Minecraft?
Tori only plays Star Valley, whatever. I played Detroit thinking that, hey, this is a psychological RPG that's gonna bring people through a branch of different.
Yeah.
Maybe she might like this. Looked at it and it was like, hey, that looks like a real person.
Yeah, so Brandon, no, we are definitely not afraid of snow up here in Maine. However, I still got my other one I have to open. However,
finish
I
this
do have to. We do want people that are in the service industry, as far as like postal and UPS, all that stuff. We want them to be safe. Okay, if we're gonna stay inside, expect everybody else to stay inside too.
Yeah, it's not that we're afraid of snow because I still have to drive to friggin' work in it and somehow get myself out of my driveway.
My job literally
His
relies
job
on snow.
relies on snow. So it's not that we're afraid of snow. It's just that we want the Postal Service, UPS, and FedEx to be safe.
Yep.
And driving those big ass trucks in like 12 to 18 inches of snow.
That must suck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That
They
must
don't
suck.
have heat. It's not a good time. I promise you. Yeah.
Yeah, those little tiny ones. Don't get me wrong.
They're
I would
terrifying
like to,
too.
Don't get me wrong. The selfish side of me, you get me my game.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
The other part
too,
of me is like, no, stay home with your family, be safe, don't get into accidents.
I mean, the selfish part of me, I'm like, damn it, man, I want to play this game so bad.
Give me that game.
But at the same time, I understand if it's not able to be delivered tomorrow because of the situation, you know.
I really want it to start like streaming it for a Saturday morning stream. So if it comes later tomorrow, I'm completely fine with that. I will literally wait to start it on Saturday morning.
I'll start it with you.
But
I have already told Patience that I have devoted Saturday to Dying Light 2 with you.
Yep, exactly.
And that she cannot have me for that
Dude,
day.
I'm psyched. Anybody else in chat, have you guys already pre-ordered it? I think we spoke to some of you, but I'm telling you,
I've seen
really
the
hope
reviews pouring in that people are saying it's an incredible RPG.
They should be pros driving in it.
That's not always the case.
No.
That's not always the case. Trust me.
You can still have your license and be completely
an idiot.
An idiot, yeah, driving. But yeah, be safe, GG's. Yeah, exactly.
There are people that work for FedEx and UPS that probably still shouldn't have their licenses or be driving those big trucks. So
I will be at work all day tomorrow. Actually,
I will be too.
If it snows too much and I get called in, I'll be at work at midnight. That sometimes can happen.
I'll be up at 3 a.m. snow blowing, maybe. But if I'm not,
you can bring me breakfast.
Good luck.
He's not having it. Oh my god! I'll be playing Pokemon Legends. Oh, how is that going, by the way,
dude? Oh my god!
How is that game?
It is incredible. The one thing that I'm gonna say right off the bat, and this is the one major gripe that I guess people have with it, is that the graphics aren't as good as Shield and Sword, but the gameplay is there, man.
Now,
the experience.
So that's the 3D.
Yep, it's completely 3D. Honestly, the biggest thing that I would say for you guys that are looking into it and possibly buying it, playing it, is look up some gameplay because it is way different than any Pokemon game you ever played.
You do hand-to-hand combat with your character, not with your Pokemon.
So
you don't always fight with just your Pokemon.
No, yeah.
You do hand-to-hand combat with
not hand-to-hand combat per se, but there are some melee elements.
Wait, so I could punch a Pokemon in his face?
You can't punch a Pokemon.
No, you did it.
But there are these calming. So without giving away
That's another element.
Dude.
I don't like fucking little baby.
Yeet.
I don't like the fucking look on your face right now.
Just kick him.
Just kick him.
Just kick
him across the
fucking little
him off a
fucking
cliff.
starfish in an egg. Let me break its fucking shell.
So
in half, you know, like,
right.
There are these Pokemon that you're trying to save, and they're, I guess, what the locals in the game consider deities, because this is early, like way before technology is advanced in the universe of Pokemon. So
this is a
it's
yeah.
This is
He's
a
in the
prequel.
Yeah. So it's a prequel to basically everything. Your character time travels to the past somehow through a space rift. It's the game will explain
through a butthole.
more of it. Yes, through a big black butthole in the sky.
Butthole.
Anyways,
Mom, Pokemon's weird.
This is taking a turn, but you have to calm these big angry Pokemon that this dimension has angered. And to do that, you have to throw these bombs at them that the locals have created that kind of calm them. But you have specific times that you can use your Pokemon to kind of like bring them down a little bit, but also have to like try and calm them down.
So these Pokemon are essentially stronger than the Pokemon that you know of present day.
They're the elders.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So they did one of those.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
much.
They
They
have
did one of
things
those.
called alphas in
He
this
gets
game.
really mad at him.
Dude, it's fucking. Some of these things are difficult. Like they have boss battles, like what I'm telling you about. You need to look it up, man. Like for real.
All right, hold on.
You gotta look it up.
Yo,
I'm so far removed from Pokemon.
Yo, Dad, what's going on? How you doing? I saw you on there.
Oh, it's Daddy.
He says hi to
Daddy.
I've been asking him to bring me
Daddy
out to see
Rollins.
Daddy for a long time.
That's my dad.
Like,
Yeah. So someone goes, we're talking about Pokemon, talking about punting Pokemon, and he goes, I would never poke my mom.
I would
See, he
never
likes dumb
poke
jokes
my
just as
mom.
much as I do. I think that was great. One of my favorite things about the game is searching for shiny Pokemon. Why
It
are
is-
they shiny?
So it's an alternate version of the Pokemon that are super rare. They have different colorings and
Yeah,
stuff
they're
like
very,
that.
very rare.
Yeah, very rare. Sometimes their stats are better, but they look different. It's just like a collector's thing, really. And if you like the
Like trophy or something like that.
well, no, if you like that version of the Pokemon better, some people tend to seek them out.
I heard people were
Weird.
like selling accounts and stuff like that had like shiny
Shinies. Oh,
Pokemon.
people do that
will
commonly.
people will fucking sell everything, man.
Yeah.
Like everything.
I'll sell it. I'll sell it all to you.
The
don't
cool
care
thing
what you
though
want, I'll sell
too
it
is
to you.
that catching Pokemon in this game is a challenge. You don't just like walk up to them in a field, or you don't just like run into them randomly. You can see them and choose to
Gotta
walk
cut them
up
out the
to
grass and fucking punch them in the mouth and then
Dude,
do battle
with the
Yeah.
Pokeball.
Yeah.
You throw that thing at their face when they're not looking. You surprise attack them like you can. You literally can go up behind them, sneak up. There's literally you can
Give them the real preemptive strike.
yeah, give them the real preemptive strike.
Pull
from
it out and
behind.
put it in the butt, right? Yeah, like
It's the balls. What else?
I'm
you do
gonna
with
give her
balls?
the master balls from behind.
Yeah, this is the Rule 34 Pokemon version.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Left fucking oddish
You know,
right
I'm
out
not
of the
gonna lie.
ground.
It's probably one of the first Pokemon games I've actually been a little bit more intrigued. I have paid a little bit more attention to it than normal. However,
I'm just
did
gonna
you
let
see
you
that
borrow
Seven Deadly Sins game?
it. Yeah.
I haven't even watched the anime yet. I've been
Dude.
I've been told to watch that anime.
Dude, I
You
I
got
like
a lot
it.
to catch up
I
on.
like it.
Is it a lot of episodes?
Yeah,
Right
there's fucking
now it's a
tons.
ton. Yeah.
Oh, it's still is it still
Yeah.
continuing?
it's like it's a little less than
Bleach is not that many though. Like Bleach
Bleach
is like
is-
under
Let me find out.
500,
Let me
right?
It's
find out
under
how many just
500,
for you.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But you got to
Still.
think about
Wait,
like
under 500
Dragon.
what?
episodes.
That's a
It's still a
fuck
lot.
ton
Well,
of
I
episodes.
think if you look at
If you look
Dragon
at
Ball Z and
Inuyasha.
Dragon Ball Super, I think that is probably under 500 episodes.
Yeah, that is too. And
I think even including Dragon
dude,
Ball.
I think Inuyasha is over.
Inuyasha, yeah,
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, my friend.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha is under 500, but
Inuyasha.
then there's the continuation, Yashahime.
Okay,
That is
so evidently, see, Seven Deadly Sins has 100 episodes, and
Oh,
I
that's not
thought
terrible.
I thought that was enough. I thought
That's
that's
not
a
terrible.
Lot. No,
You
that's good.
you
I'm
know
also
we're
con-
not talking like One Piece where it's like fucking 5,000 episodes or some shit like
Is
that.
it really?
I heard it's up there.
It's up there,
How much
yeah.
can you draw something
I'm
on? Like,
not-
how
I'm-
long can you draw something
I'm not a
on
One
like that?
Piece fan.
I'm not.
I'll
I don't.
just-
I don't care about the character designs, and I don't enjoy the characters, so I don't watch One Piece.
I'm
but you know
very
what I-
selective about my anime.
You know what I
man.
really
I'm very
like right now,
selective.
and I think it fits a
There's
lot of the way because
981.
of One Piece.
One Piece.
That's not bad.
That's still
That's a
still
lot. Well,
a
no.
lot.
Well, you got to look at
How do we
Naruto. Naruto is like 1,000, I think.
Let's find out.
Naruto is somewhere up there.
But are we
Naruto,
counting?
Shippuden, and
Okay,
Boruto.
I was about to say, are we
Okay,
like
so
counting all of?
Naruto, it just says Naruto 220.
220 altogether.
I don't know. It just says Naruto.
That's
is
just
one.
Naruto
That's
alone.
Naruto. Then there's
Yeah.
Shippuden. Then there's Boruto.
There's like all of the separate branches.
You know what I actually
I don't know how
really
we got on this
enjoy-
subject, but I'm liking it. So let's keep
from
going.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know what I really enjoy as of right now because it fits a lot of my not personality, but I'm a very fashion forward person. Like fashion, like dressing up. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. very deep dive.
See, now Eric really liked that one. I haven't started JoJo's yet, but many people have told me to start
Plays
JoJo's.
into a lot of pop culture, inspired by Prince, inspired by a lot of. It's weird to say because there's a lot of bizarre shit. I was really hooked by. I can't say I was really hooked by the 5th season because the last season.
Yeah.
But the ending to that show, the ending credits to that show was Jodeci Freaking You. And I was like, how is this even a song on an anime for one?
Right.
You had so many different popular songs that were on the outros to that actual show. Then you had Roundabout Midnight, you had Walk Like Egyptian.
I could use a restroom. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
Go to the one that is very far away, because I don't think the one that we know is open. Go to the one. I left it unlocked. He's gonna give me one. Good thing I worked out today,
Yeah.
but I didn't. No, I'm
Whatever.
not one of the Yetis.
He's getting there. He's getting there. He's got a little,
It's
little fuzz.
gonna get all shaped. Point. But at least this time, I have someone to talk to. Last time I didn't have anyone. But JoJo's is a very unique anime because it steps outside the boundaries of.
Yeah, and that's what people are saying. I think at some point I'm going to go and watch it. I watch a little more anime than Dave does, I will say that.
You're gonna watch the first season, Bill Brando in his purest form, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, villain, I really like. I don't know. I have a thing for supervillains, and I think Dio is just like
It depends on the villain for me. I kind of like an in-between.
I have a friend that really Thanos, superhero, because a lot of people agree with
His
Thanos' methodology,
ideology, and
his
stuff.
ideology. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme, I kind of put it in this perspective for him, where it comes to Thanos, comes to Avengers. Earth. Thanos is from a larger. He's from a larger background. It's not just Earth, where the things that we believe that are fucked up, something like that would happen. He understands things
A larger scale.
from a larger scale. So when you cut things in half and then you have to, then you know,
Yeah.
essentially, blah 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 blah. Watch event.
People from Earth only understand things from Earth's perspective. Oh, well, from their perspective, which is very small, considering they're one tiny speck on Earth, ever been here except for Earth.
But it's still just like, at the end of the day, I really don't even know ideology or whatever. You probably have to.
It'd be something interesting.
Maniacal fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Take a deep
think
psychology
that I
dive
don't
into it.
think that Thanos is a superhero the way that my
No.
friend expect. He was also saying some shit about fucking Killmonger, but if you really look at Killmonger and how he handled things, Killmonger is just a hurt person that wants to make other people hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're already hurt.
Exactly.
And they think that can solve their hurt.
A lot of people say that they agree with Killmonger and the way that he went about things or whatever, because Wakanda was sectioning themselves off from the rest of the world, and they had technology that could pretty much change the entire world, but they kept it under control because there's so many other entities that are out there in the world that would use it
that for bad
exactly.
reasons. Yep.
And a lot of people agree with that, but at the end of the day,
Chris says, I would have helped Thanos, honestly. I'd be interested to hear more of why you would.
I don't want to fucking.
And Brandon
turn into
Rose, thank you
dust.
so much for the 50 stars, man. Definitely appreciate it.
The thing is like, okay, you want to help Thanos or whatever, but does everybody want to randomly turn into fucking dust? No. I want to fucking just non-exist.
Dude, I got enough dust in my house, man.
Imagine if in this very moment in time you was about to score with this girl that you have been working your entire life to get to, and then all of a sudden, fucking Thanos, he's listening to, like he's listening to some kind of song or whatever where he could just snap his fingers or whatever, and he just fucking snaps his fingers. He's got his fucking gloves on, and then bam.
That's
it.
You're about to
the
get
love
it
of your life.
Yeah.
The love of your life
Dude,
just dissipates.
You're about to get it in, and it starts with your penis.
Yeah, exactly. It goes away. You're done. At any given any given moment in time or whatever. You never know.
That's
It
fucked
had
up,
nothing
man.
to do with it, and you just fade away.
Yep, to
into the air.
dust, to
I
nothing.
don't want to be a part of that.
No.
That's miserable to think about, man. But some people believe that is, Thanos was right.
There's definitely
It's the execution of it that I don't care for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the psychotic, like I'm right, everyone else has to disappear.
Yeah. Okay. I'm never gonna I'm never gonna disappear or whatever. But anybody else around me or whatever the hell happens, I'm the one that holds.
Yep. Are you scared?
I'm going.
Let me get back to getting everything set up. Sorry, guys. All right. Anyway, where were we talking about?
So we were on the subject of anime, but we can basically, oh dude, we went so deep.
That's because anime is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
We went to Thanos.
You went to that
Yeah, we
place.
moved
That's
on.
Awesome.
We moved on to a deep.
I definitely
want
to thank a few people real quick. Let me pull up the. Let me pull up this real quick. Yo, Capes and Tights, thank you very much. Capes and Tights podcast. Thank you very much for tagging us and giving us a really cool shout out.
Hey,
we
yeah.
really appreciate that.
That's Justin Soderbergh.
Hell yeah,
right
it
there.
is.
Thanks,
oh
Justin.
yeah, Justin. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I knew that. Let me get this one right here out of my face. Boom, baby.
Boom.
We haven't 100% gotten everything like exactly where we want it to be, so I had to move a bunch of things.
Things are a little bit messy and unorthodox right now.
Yeah,
but,
it's a little weird. Brandon Rose, thank
we'll
you very
get
much
there.
for liking the stream. I really appreciate it, bud. Thank you very much for the 50 stars also. Thank you so
50
much, man.
Stars.
Jesse, Justin Soderbergh, thank you very much, you guys. Brandon, as always, Chris Wiley, Matthew Evans. You guys are all awesome. I just want to let you guys know real quick where you can find our podcast. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on iTunes, Pandora.
Basically,
Literally anywhere.
wherever podcasts are.
You can find this stuff anywhere. If you want to listen to some hot garbage, it's completely fine. We love that about you.
Plug your earbuds in and just
Also,
go
what
to
is wrong
town.
with you? I don't know if anybody noticed, but do you guys see over Kelly's, it'd be his right shoulder? That is not jerk off cream. However, it might be.
Wait, this?
Yeah. He's like, no, that's exactly what that is. It's just a massive bottle of Purell. I kept looking.
We're going to town tonight. I'm going to be nice and sanitized.
Yeah, exactly. Chris Wiley says he would have helped Thanos, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. I love you right to death about that.
I asked him to kind of go into deeper thoughts about that, but,
About him helping him?
yeah.
Chris, you just hate people? Is that what's happening
He
here?
just wants everyone else to disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
I will turn all of my enemies into dust.
Yeah. Also, guys, on the 26th, 27th, and 28th, I think it's that whole entire weekend of February, we are doing Gathering of the Gamers.
Yeah, it's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, baby.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing all video games because that's what we do. There's also the main focus is actually, I believe it's going to be like, tabletop board games, Dungeons and Dragons kind of stuff.
Short campaigns, short little games.
Yeah, we don't
for
particularly
fun.
do that stuff, but so we'll be doing the video game stuff. It's going
But
to be
hey,
awesome.
you can come hang out and play in our handheld lounge and
You
sit
can.
on a couch
can
because
do
we
whatever.
will
It's gonna be
have
awesome.
one of those there.
Yeah. So if you like board games or video games, we will have both. It's going to be freaking awesome.
If you like VR,
Yeah,
we'll have
Gathering
VR
of
there.
The gamers. If you look on Facebook, just type in Gathering of the Gamers. I think we shared it a couple times. That'll be on there.
If
I'm
you're
actually
local,
trying to, if you're local, if you're not,
then you should still drive up for it.
If we are not, I am still trying to chat with Justin Soderbergh about them doing kind of a live podcast type thing for us. So if they are still listening, everybody say, "Yeah, guys, you want to do this? Come help Winter House Gaming."
It takes less work from us.
Dude, it'd take way less work from us, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited about it. We're going to have virtual reality. We're going to have PC gaming.
Driving sims.
Driving simulators. This is going to be a massive project for us. We want to have more of a
Selection, a variety.
selection and a presence at these conventions for you guys. And this, keep in mind, this is our own stuff. This isn't extra. This is literally our own hardware, our own time, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm very excited about it.
Play in our handheld lounge. That sounds pretty sexual to me. How do you know that it's not?
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. Thank you very much for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
absolutely.
If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just talk to Will Fresco. He's
Talk to Will. Why are you talking to? Why talk to me? Talk to you guys. This is your podcast.
I'm just kidding. We don't have a complaint department. Thank you very much, guys, for hanging out.
If you have any questions or complaints, reach out to
Reach
Fresco
out to the guy
Media Solutions.
that's hosting me.
Yeah.
Reach out to Fresco Media Solutions.
Yeah,
He'll
it's all
set
their
you
fault.
straight.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Take care, and I love you all. See you guys in the Discords.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't even know where the button is. Found it.
Discord
Bye.
universe.
Hey guys, this is Dave from Winter House Gaming. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit that button, show us some love, check out our other videos, and throw us a comment. Thank you very much.